Brilliant blue water of Miami Beach, glistening from above on a beautiful day here in South Florida. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Miami Heat here at the American Airlines Arena. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Craig Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, almost all of the Greek Freak's points come in the paint. Giannis said, I can already do a lot of damage, basically without a jump shot. Just driving, making plays, and free throws. When that jump shot comes, it's going to be a problem for a lot of players in this league. Kevin?
You're right, DA. It'll be scary. Thanks. Chance now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews, and it's Middleton in at the small forward. And for the Heat, Jimmy Butler is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Dragic, then it's Robinson, and it's Adebayo in at the 5, home in the paint. And Smitty, what about the teams that know they're going to be championship caliber contenders? How do they stay motivated early in a season with so many games to play?
You know, it's hard. I think a lot of those guys, they're looking at, I would say now we're talking about load management for those type of teams. They're just trying to make sure their bodies, their minds are ready for that run. But usually those championship teams, they understand, they're motivated by winning. They get it together at the right time.
Lopez with the block.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
Stolen by Robinson. Shot from 12. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender. Right in your face on that shot.
Moved his feet, timed it perfectly. That's how you get stops. Love it.
Milwaukee shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
That one misses.
Well, one thing the Heat have been terrific at the last few years, protecting the rim.
The Heat have taken an old-school approach to the center position, choosing physical intimidators over floor spacers.
That one is no good.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Whistle blows, bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. So Dragic will go to the free throw line. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his movement and footwork. But as pretty as his game is, he has a bit of edge to him. Very fiery player.
Now here's Bledsoe. Middleton inside the three-point line, drained for 2 points.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
And Smitty, as you alluded to with Dragic, he's gotten in more confrontations than you would think.
He's a scrapper and does whatever it takes to win. Reminds me of a little bit of John Stockton with that mentality. But that's exactly the kind of mindset you want from your lead guard.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now, here's Dragic. 11 points last game. And it's sent back by Bledsoe. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Crowder and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Butler dishes to Dragic. Back to Butler. Robinson for three. The offensive rebound.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Outside Matthews. Here's Lopez. Up and in from the low block. Lopez has got 5 points so far. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Dragic kicks to Crowder. Robinson against Matthews. Butler from outside. Rebound, Milwaukee. And Bledsoe, here we go. And the jam by Bledsoe.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
And Miami making a change here. Heroes checked in.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Here's Dragic following the bucket by the Bucks. And they get it. He takes it up and lays it in. Dragic has got his second basket.
Boy, the defense was physical on that play, but Dragic has added strength over the years and able to complete the bucket.
Now here's Matthews. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Butler against Middleton. Butler goes in, and good that time.
That's the way Jimmy Butler takes it to the hole. Quickness, but with a lot of strength.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Poked away. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. There's 39 seconds left here in the first quarter. The pass to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Middleton against Butler. Trying to get open is Crowder. 2 points. That one goes.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 6 points for him. Pass to Bledsoe. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Bledsoe's got his second basket of the night. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Bucks lead by 6. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Marquee matchup tonight. Jimmy Butler says he loves to go up against the best.
I'm one that if you're the best in the world, I want to see it. And I wake up for these games. I want to know, how do you do it? And you're going to have to do it every night when you go up against me.
That's It's the hard-working mentality Butler provides, a two-way threat, Greg, who wants to dominate the top players at his position.
And Butler's really embraced being a leader. You can tell he lives for these types of matchups and games.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
They've got Jimmy Butler. Olynyk is out there with Hill. And it's none in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Bucks leading by 7. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Giannis. Pass to DiVincenzo. Smitty, I heard this the other day, letting a player stay in the game after his 6th foul, but granting an extra free throw to the other team. What do you think of that?
Kevin, that's crazy. I mean, no way. I
knew you'd say that. I knew you would say that.
I do summer league games, and I watched this 10 fouls. There's no way we could have had that many fouls when I played. We have to keep it at 6 foul, and you're out.
Milwaukee has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. For 3, Middleton, the shot missing. And the Heat going the other way now. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Hill. Here's Butler. Hill pulls it in. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 8 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Nice dime to the open man. George Hill, more of a combo guard, making things happen right there.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. If it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Butler.
Those 220 pounds came in handy. Jimmy Butler using his big body and muscling those tough shots.
The pass to DiVincenzo. Giannis outside.
And how about a look at Jimmy Butler? Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And no secret, he can score the ball. #1 on the team last year.
He loves being the go-to guy. You can see it in his swagger. And boy, he sure lit it up last season.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Well, Smitty, the league's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are start talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
And making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me.
Inside. Olynyk inside. Ilyasova on him. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Olynyk. Middleton outside. Giannis right side. The kick out to Hill. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. To the paint. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Bam Adebayo is checked in for Olynyk. Crowder comes in for Hill. Robinson is subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Bucks. And for Hill, Greg. He's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Dragic is checked in for Miami. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Eric Bledsoe is checked in for George Hill. Adebayo passes to Robinson. 1:15 left to play here in the second quarter. Count it. Robinson's got 5 now.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. To the inside. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Dragic the pass to Crowder. Dragic against Bledsoe. And it's Dragic off the drive. And the layup falls. 7 points in the game.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Looking at the last game for the Bucks, it was a loss to Boston. Here's Bledsoe, and the jam by Bledsoe.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
The Heat trail by 13. Pass to Dragic. The stripe. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Takes it off the glass. Giannis has got 10 points in the quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so it's Milwaukee. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, it seemed like you all were dictating tempo in the first half. How did you do that?
Okay, we're getting the stops, grabbing the rebound now, just trying to push it, try to get the best shot available.
Problem solved in transition. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. He's clearly shaken off his mediocre performance from their last game as he has been dominant in the first half tonight. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
You have to marvel at the uniqueness of the Greek freak. From half court, he needs only 2 dribbles. That's right, 2 dribbles to get to the rim. He can pass like a point guard at almost 7 feet. The list goes on and on.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And as we we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. On the court for the Bucks, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez.
Oh, wow! Young fella. Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for Miami. 17-point game. Kicks to Crowder. Back to Dragic. Clock at 6. From 20 feet out. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Dragic. Butler's got 10.
I love it. Got the basketball, used to pick a high percentage shot for Jimmy Butler off pick and roll plays.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
Drops in the tray. Crowder's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And this has been Crowder's role for a while now. Often shoots more three-pointers than two-pointers.
Antetokounmpo finds Bledsoe. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Smitty at the defensive end, who are the best players in the league at selling a charge call?
I would say Kyle Lowry is one of my favorites. Marcus Smart, P.J. Tucker. Those are the guys that come to mind that do it well. They take charges and also they sell them.
Yeah, Tucker in particular, and I love Lowry, but Tucker's, he'll take it, and you know it hurts, but he takes it every game and multiple times a game, right? I mean, wow.
Yes, indeed.
Here's Giannis. It's stolen by Dragic. 4-on-3 break. Here's Crowder. Bledsoe with the rebound. Bucks leading by 13. There's the dish to Lopez. Crowder with the steal. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Bucks. Hill comes in for Eric Bledsoe. And here are the Heat now. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And so Milwaukee, again, turning it over. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Lopez with the block. Here's Here's Antetokounmpo. It's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Hero, no good. Milwaukee leading by 15. 8 feet away. Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. Offensive rebound. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Now a timeout called by Miami.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Iguodala is checked in for Jimmy Butler. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Mason in for Matthews. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And Iggy's showing off his all-around game with the pass there. Love to see him spread the floor with his passing. He's a point forward.
The Heat have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line. .110 left to play here in the third. Pass to Ilyasova. Bucks passing it around. Here's DiVincenzo. Defended by Crowder. DiVincenzo can't hit it. The Heat trail by 14. Here's Hero. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Now Mason. At the top of the key, Lopez. And Hill has it in the corner. Here's DiVincenzo. Goes back up. Here's Lopez. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Down low. Crowder, the pass to Nunn. It's stolen by Hill. To the middle. The shot, no good. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He's at the quarter-century mark, 25 points for him in this game, as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Solomon Hill is out there with Iguodala. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Dragic, and it's Robinson in at two guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think will have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
And Steve, over the last half-decade, Iguodala has been a force off the bench.
People get so worried about who starts a game, but who finishes a game is more important. During crunch time, you can always count on Iguodala. He's such a smart player, comes through when it matters.
Ilyasova hits the bucket.
Late reaction defensively, he quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Middleton can't get it to go.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Here's Adebayo. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Milwaukee leading by 19 points. Middleton for three. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had one triple in the first half, now has his second.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Vinny, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I could step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my era shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
Here's Antetokounmpo and the dunk by Giannis.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge lead with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Dragic dishes to Butler, looking to end the run. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Lopez left side. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And that's now 7 points for Brook Lopez.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Robinson drives in, but teardrop falls in.
Pretty tall point guard. Goran Dragic sees the entire floor. Terrific look.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. To the wing on the left. Here's Lopez. That shot is off. And the Heat going the other way now. Hill passes to Robinson. Here's Adebayo. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 8 rebounds in this game. Outside for Bledsoe. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire 4th quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, is working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. Here's Okpala, guarded by Mason. There's 1:40 left in the game. Jones, the pass to Okpala. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Okpala's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last two games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
And there's the pass to Iguodala. Here's Iguodala, taken away by Williams. He kicks to Korver, passes to Connaughton. Back to Korver. Mason dishes to Williams. The 17-footer, and they pick up two.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Here's Leonard. Headshot off. Korver with the defensive effort. Here's Connaughton. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.